Welcome to the show. I'm with Dan.
I'm JC. How you doing?
Good. This is Engaged and Enraged. Sorry, folks, we haven't been getting into it like we normally would. I am currently in the process of getting ready to move a couple states. I'm currently living in Michigan, moving to Illinois here soon. So things have just kind of been a little chaotic for me. Uh, but we've got kind of big plans in the pipeline. Heading back in the area they used to live, that JC lives here, and going to be setting up a like actual studio situation where we're going to be in person with the whole
Yep.
setup. And we plan on kind of delivering a little bit better, higher quality, more frequent content. So, um,
Yeah.
that
Things will chill out. I've also been really busy in the yard doing all my wife's and my own to-do list. And I have a lot of stuff, like a lot of projects I've been working around in the yard. Like I actually overdid it the other day and injured myself a bit. So yeah, we we haven't been as engaged as we normally are, just because we're kind of like, we've had like in my family we had, someone passed recently. And a lot of like
Yeah, I'm sorry to hear
know,
about that, but I know I told you
yeah,
already, but again,
of course, yeah. And we're all feeling it. It was you know an important member of the family and whatnot. And so we just got a lot of things going on. I was actually telling Dan that I could actually post some pictures. Me and my son were out, we're building a like chill spot in our yard. It's like, it was a deck that was like a lower deck. Had an upper and a lower deck, and we never like used it for anything. So I kind of like hacked it up into some benches, and now there's like a little fire pit, and I'm gonna put like a little place for my grills and build. I've got like a whole project going on. So if you're
nice.
interested in like home D DIY, what is it? DEI, not that. home D DIY.
Do it
Like
yourself.
let me know. I'll show you my progress. I mean, it's not like all that or anything. We're kind of going for like a rustic look, but yeah, I've got some giant like log steps that I'm finishing up with like natural. I cut some trees down and using some giant branches for the railing. Like I got those in the works. We just planted a whole bunch of plants. And like, like I said, we're really busy right now. And we're not, there's so much horrible
Wait,
stuff going on right now
back,
that I can't really.
yeah, back away from your camera, some there, sir.
Oh, my sorry. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
you're good there. Sounds like
Uh,
you were just being like enveloped by the. There you go.
getting
You're
closer and
like,
closer. Nah, yeah, I got you. Yeah.
like.
Uh, sorry guys. We're trying. Like I'm also like kind
uh,
of move my setup around a little bit, but
Thought you were gonna jump in there and fucking.
yeah, I didn't want to show you guys my pores and this HD man. No, sorry about that, guys. But yeah, moving a couple states is no easy task, and especially when you got some youngins and animals and all that stuff, so like it's
Yeah,
a lot of planning, you know, and
I'm
then,
ready for it to be over, man. Ooh,
right.
it's
Plus, and
just
then,
it's
the work
draining.
schedule, getting up early and then trying to like, we have a little time difference between the two of us. He's an hour ahead of me. So like we have some things that are kind of being hurdles that we will be overcoming in the next like several months. You know what I mean? So like we are gonna try to put stuff out, but Dan's can also be like basically living in Illinois while the rest of the family's in Michigan. You know what I mean? So it's like
Well, and that's I got so I'm traveling back, and then for work, I gotta travel back up to Michigan for a week, and it's like it's just I don't know. The next few weeks are gonna be a little crazy. I won't, you know, the studio won't kind of be here for a while, but I think JC and I will be doing some stuff together in person, maybe just from his setup, but we'll try to get some stuff
which is
out,
why I
just
was
rearranging and yeah.
rearranging some things because we might actually need, this might be a more of a temporary
Uh,
studio until the main shindigs together. But we've been doing this over like several hundred miles distance, and it just makes some of the logistics and stuff really hard. You know what I mean? Like
yeah. Well, and we do. This
not
is
as
like a
hard to do
hobby
the
for us
show,
too.
but
Yeah, and it's
exactly, yeah,
like
right,
we don't make any money from this, and it's like we're trying to cover it. We're trying to do the best we can with the time that we've got. Up until we start whatever. It's not that I necessarily even want to make money, but like if the YouTubers that release a lot of content day in and day out, they're kind of doing this stuff for a living. They're
right, exactly.
it's mostly what they're doing. So, but we've got some plans for the show. Like I know when I get back down there, we're gonna go out to these protests and start doing some live stuff, talking to people, interviewing
Exactly.
folks. We're gonna have a
Talking
little
to
more
our
time.
local politicians if we can, like stuff
Yeah.
like that. We do have plans.
Yeah. So, just bear with us the next few months. Really up until August is gonna be a little wild for me because of moving and buying the house and got
Yeah.
I've got
That's a lot, dude.
I got projects at the house that I'm trying to get done before all of the tariffs and the price increases start happening. So like
Exactly, dude.
we might be slightly not as engaged for the next a few months, but we're still going to be hella enraged, no doubt about it.
That's kind of why I've been doing all this stuff around the house is because we just don't know. We just don't know what prices and stuff are going to be like, man. Like,
Hmm.
we're doing this work on the deck. We had to buy some wood, and it wasn't horrible, but it's also like, we weren't able to buy it all at one time. Like I got most of what I needed. I think, and it's like, but I can't just be like, oh, I'll buy a couple extra boards and I got it covered. I'm kind of like, I kind of want to know exactly how many boards I need, to
Yeah.
do this. It's like, can't just be flushing money away right now, and like, uh, like I mean, let's face it, guys. Like the prices they're getting bad, and it's like we kind of spoke before we started the show today. We wanted to just like kind of sum up where we're at and where we're going, and then just like kind of talk about like real world, like real talk, man. Like we're regular folks and we have regular budgets. We're not billionaires, and like we're getting like a dozen eggs instead of 2 dozen eggs when we go shopping.
Hmm.
Just, we're getting like our Easter ham. Uh, my wife was like, "Oh, I'm sorry about the ham," like, because it was like a smaller ham. It's like, hey, it's fine. I'm glad we have food
Yeah.
for Easter. That's what's important. Like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. All that kind of stuff, but it still you still feel it. And
Yeah.
even though it doesn't matter, like if Biden well, let me restate that. If Kamala had won, we probably would have had a bigger hand. You know what I'm saying? Like, we probably would have had that $7,000 back in our 401k.
Yeah.
That's been lost. It's like, things aren't going so great. Yeah, we're doing the projects and we're blessed to have the ability to do it right now, but we really don't know what it's going to be like in the next couple years, man.
Hmm.
Like, you're buying a house, you probably made the decision most, because of other things, but like also probably because of this. It's like the projects you need to get done around your new house, like, kind it's like,
Yeah,
well, we're gonna
well,
do
I
some
wish I.
things and we're gonna do some other things because it's like
Hmm.
we don't know what the fuck's gonna happen.
Yeah, I mean, I wish I could like, get in on it now, purchase it now before shit gets really wild. I mean, if things are gonna be as amazing as they say, then great. But I don't really, I'm not confident that that's gonna be the case 4 months from now,
Right.
or like 3 months from now when I'm starting to close. I wish I could close now, but it is what it is.
It
But
is what it is. It's like
but like you said, it sucks because it's like, when looking at what all the projects that I want to do or that I think I want to do, I can't get as much of it done because everything is fucking costing more. So it's like where
yeah.
I might have been able to do the bathroom situation and the kitchen, but now I can only really do the kitchen because shit just costs more because some fucking idiot that paints himself in orange makeup on the daily, fucking just having an emotional
Like
breakdown or
someone that's
something.
cosplayed for 70, 80 years as a businessman
Hmm. We gotta
without
deal with
ever
this
learning how
this
to
fucking
be
stupid shit.
a fucking businessman.
But yeah, he still doesn't understand how tariffs work.
And then you
Like,
got the
okay.
world's richest man who's like doing all like, dude, I heard that this is something I did see the other day was that apparently a whistleblower says that this is all speculation at this point. I am not making this allegation. A whistleblower is, but that government secrets and government information is being sold or given to Russians.
Hmm. It wouldn't be surprising.
I mean, that's just straight treason right there. I mean, that's treason shit right there. That's
Yeah,
a
but
hidden
it's like
comfort to it, but
the
nothing
the
matters right now.
exactly. I was just gonna
That's
say
the
the
thing.
failure of the fucking of America at this point is that it doesn't
Two
matter.
branches are completely like
N-
on knees, on bended knee, and not like
Well, I'd say
with
Congress is
fealty, but
pretty.
like
I'd say Congress
choking
is
it.
pretty nullified at this point. The courts are still kind of fighting, but like
Parts of the court,
parts of the court,
but
yeah.
parts of the court. And honestly, what's scary and what's messed up is that Congress has control of the judicial branch's purse strings. So Mike Mike Johnson could
Moses Mike.
yeah, MAGA Moses Mike Johnson, Big
Yeah.
Johnson.
Yeah.
He could just cancel any courts that he wants. Just cuts their funding. That's how Elon's Doge department's doing everything. They don't care about the bureaucracy of
Yeah,
closing
they
down
just
a
cut shit.
department. They just got all the fucking funding.
Yeah.
Oops, not oops, don't care, whatever.
That
I
didn't
mean,
go
we
through
did
the
our we
treasury.
did our taxes already. I was kind of like, I don't know, but the wife was like, "Nah, we're getting it done."
Yeah, I mean, you know,
And I
you
was
don't
like,
want
"All
to give
right,
them.
well,
You don't
it's
give them
like."
one more reason for them to fucking come after you.
Exactly, dude. If they even could figure it out, dude, like you call the IRS, see what happens.
Yeah, yeah.
There's
I feel
nobody
like
here
if,
to answer your fucking phone call.
yeah,
There's no one here. All the branches are closed. We got one
Well,
guy spinning a hamster wheel, but
yeah. So I don't know. That's where we're at, folks.
yep.
I
We
know.
appreciate. Sorry to cut you off. We do appreciate all the people that are subscribed and have been watching. It means a lot to us. You know what I mean? Like it really buoys us and makes us want to do this more. And I really like doing this because I enjoy talking to my brother, and we
Yeah.
always are talking politics anyway. So it's just like an
Right.
ultimately it's just me and my bro talking, and we never have said it's any more than that. We're just giving our opinion. We're two progressives,
Just like
and
everyday
yep,
motherfuckers, like working
yep.
class people that are like on the low end of the whatever. Well, I don't
Yeah,
know if we're our average folk. Just
we're
trying to
at
make a
yeah,
fucking difference and talk about this shit to help people think about things differently or offer a different perspective. But like you said, we're just two bros talking, and we normally talk this shit anyway. So we thought, well, we just get on here and spread it around too.
yep.
So, but yeah, we do appreciate everyone, and like when we get notifications that somebody commented or we got a like, we both like get all excited and fucking text each other, and
Yes.
we're like, someone's interested in what we fucking are saying. So that's
Yes.
cool.
Yep.
But
And
stick
we're
with
gonna and we're
us.
gonna do more of it.
Yeah,
We
stick with
will be
us.
back.
And we're working on some, we're working on some music as well. To That's kind of one of my
Exactly.
other pastimes is working on music. And when I get the house, I'm actually it's one of my projects. I'm building the studio. It's going to be a music slash content creation studio. So it's going to be good times, man. Stick with us. We'll try to cover this stuff the best we can. Um, what
And
else?
don't and try not to let this fucking the menace get you down, man. Like, it's tough. It's tough. We're all feeling it, man. We're all feeling it. But just know we're all feeling it together. And even fucking MAGA's feeling it, even though they won't admit it.
Well,
You can't deny like prices. I mean, they are cognitive dissonance is real with them, but like, like just try to keep
we're
your
all
head
gonna
up.
feel
Like
it. Nobody.
we're gonna band together and get through this shit just like we got through them last time.
Well, remember, this is class warfare, man. This is about the uber wealthy rich against pretty much everybody else.
Yeah, the rest of the world.
So,
Yep.
uh, keep up the resistance, guys. I know the protests are happening out there, and like I said, when I get back and we get together in person, the bros here, we're gonna be out there getting it. So,
Yep.
all right,
All right, guys.
we'll see
Thanks
you.
again for joining us, guys.
All
We'll
right,
see you.
peace.